Welcome to Simply Sheppey, your community podcast which aims to create and enhance connections within the community to build a better Sheppey.
Welcome to the podcast, Lee Jarmaine.
It's Lee Jarmaine.
Jarmaine.
Dear, oh dear.
It's going to be a good start.
So
the first podcast, it's actually not the first podcast, is it? But
one of several.
Yeah. So Simply Sheppey is recording in Think and Believe's podcast studio at Wards Hill, Minster. And Lee Jarmaine has been helping... Jarmaine has been helping set up the podcast studio, which we've finally got done. So what's it all about, Lee?
It's about doing podcasts and vlogs and including anyone that wants to come along and do their own little broadcasts and promote their business community groups, which there are many. So it's a great place to come and do that. So they need to get hold of us on
podcast at thinkandbelieve.co.uk.
What's that?
And Hound Ben. So this came or was birthed. Well, Simply Sheppey was birthed for some community coaching, and it's something that we created with Kay Carter. Shout out to Kay. We're ruining your podcast, by the way. Yeah. Who set up the Simply Sheppey, and then it evolved with some other clients on wanting to do a podcast. So we've built the podcast studio, which was a lot harder than I thought, to be honest. I thought the Zoom podcast that I do is pretty easy when we started setting it up.
Yeah.
So shout out to Lance Phillips and the guys at H3, High 3, who gave us some help with the equipment and setting up and buying the kit, which has taken a few sessions to get to a stage where it works.
The technical things out of the way.
And shout out to Tunde, who's going to come on the podcast, but he's the guy that owns the church and has let us have the room. In terms of the room, we've sort of gutted it, stripped out all the old furniture that was in here, painted it, new windows, new lights, curtains, soundproofing, screen,
TV.
2 screens.
TV. Second TV.
Second TV.
We had
Someone
one
broke
TV.
the first
yeah,
one.
What would that
Built the desk and all the electrics and stuff in here. So
Lovely
it's
desk.
all up and running.
Yeah.
So the idea of it, so this moves on to community connections. What's that about, Lee?
It's exactly what it says. It's about looking, as I say, local groups, community groups, and bringing everyone together and giving them a platform where they can promote their business or their group and connect with others. I think one of the things we always speak about when we speak is how we might be on one project or we might be working with one group, and how quite often there's always a connection between what we're doing in one particular sphere and what other people are doing. So bringing people together, joining people up, crossing bridges is important to enable people to move on. I think quite often we have some really good ideas on the island. There's a few projects on the go at the moment, but quite often they run out of steam because they just don't get the support, whether it be of the locals or they just need more to make things happen. So I think having this will be a platform for people to come and watch and promote what they do and build on.
So you should probably shout out, because we're going to probably put this out next week. So we're at the moment with, what's the group? The Railway.
Yeah, we've got the Sheppey Light Railway Greenway project that's on the go at the moment. We've got a few volunteers, including Matt, came along the other week. And we've picked up a section at the moment which is between Halfway and Scrapsgate. So we're looking at clearing it, enabling people to cycle, walk, ride their horses along an old railway track that used to run from Queenborough to Laysdown, which obviously is no longer there. And we're turning it into a walkway so that people can, most of it anyway, so people can use it again.
And they're going to come on the podcast.
So yeah, they're going to come along. We're going to speak and outline the project, and again keep people informed and hopefully get more people involved as we go with it. So that's one project. There's another project on the go at the moment, which is the coastal footpath. Very similar again, the difference being it goes all the way around the island. So another group that we're going to invite along with many others.
Yeah, so I've got Laurie from Love Sheppey. We're talking about Island Art and Creatives. She's doing an event at the Academy, working with the Academy. She's going to come on, and then I'm meeting up with Georgina Connolly on Friday down at the new church that's opened up in Bluetown.
Oh, right.
That's been renovated.
Yeah.
They're going to come on and talk about what they're doing with the church. There's a guy we're trying to find, and this rolls on to requests. So we want to try and get some hosts to come on and host some subjects. So history of Sheppey.
Yeah.
If you love history on Sheppey and you want to talk about it, come on and host it for us and get people on to talk about that. And if you've got a subject that you have got a passion about, Simply Sheppey, I like the idea of us having hosts, even if you just come on and do 2 or 3 podcasts, but to talk about something you love doing. If you're into yoga, if you're into business, politics, anything really, come on and do a stint. It's really for the people of Sheppey, about Sheppey. And likewise, if you've got a charity or group or organisation where you want to promote it and you want to come on and talk about it, then get in touch again at the podcast at thinkandbelieve.co.uk. That's the email address if you want to use the podcast studio. If you want to come on to Simply Sheppey as a guest host, then there'll be another link that you can connect to there. But this studio can be used for yourself independently. So if you've got a charity and a group and you want to run your own podcast, a standalone, and you want to use the studio, then we can support you with setting it all up and getting it running. We've already got about 5. We've got a local comedian.
Yeah.
I'm going to use it for my life engineering. We've got Tam's Journey, and then Tunde's got the church, and then Simply Sheppey's going to use it. So there's about 5 customers that's going to use the studio, and obviously Simply Sheppey's one of them. Any other requests, Lee?
Yeah, no, just get in contact. As I say, it's there for the community, and again, you won't be left to it. We've got some technical people here that been sitting there, including Matt. He's great on laptops. So if you need it,
if you need
anyone to help you out, we're here to do that. So it's get in contact and let's make it work.